Welcome everybody on this fine Thursday night. I'm going to do a little severe weather outlook for y'all today. This will be for tomorrow. This will be for Friday, June 6th, 2026. Um, so we have a big slight risk here for a lot of north central Kansas, including Colby, all the way up, spreading up into south central Nebraska, all the way up into central Nebraska. This includes areas like McCook, Lincoln, and Omaha, and Norfolk, Nebraska. Main threat with this storm will be the possibility of a tornado and some large hail. Let's go ahead and read this. Severe thunderstorms are possible from the central and southern high plains into the central plains on Friday. Central and southern high plains east to the mid-Missouri Valley. A weak shortwave troughing embedded within northwesterly flow aloft creates. Okay, I'm just going to sum this up. It's going to be a pretty prime environment for some severe thunderstorms out there in Nebraska. Damaging wind gusts will be the primary threat with this convection in the high plains. So, there is also a slight, there is a tornado threat, but it's not very large, so I would not fret over this tornado threat. What this is basically saying is there's a 2% chance of a tornado within 25 miles of a given point. So areas within this 2% is Grand Island, Nebraska, Kearney, Nebraska, North Platte, Nebraska, Hastings, Nebraska, and Columbus, Nebraska. So I don't think I'll be live tomorrow to cover this. I'll be away from home on a trip, but might as well do this before so I can get it done and out of the way. Here's the wind threat. Wind is going to be the main threat with this storm. So we have approximately 1.7 million people within the most significant wind threat. So that'd be included Omaha, Lincoln, Bellevue, Grand Island, and Kearney, Nebraska. And then down in this 5% risk, we have areas like Wichita, Kansas, Amarillo, Texas, Topeka, Kansas, Olathe, Kansas, Lawrence, Kansas, Garden City, Kansas, and Liberal, Kansas. Down here in southwest Kansas, I don't think we will get anything. There's a slight possibility we will get a storm or two since we are down here in the marginal risk. Real quick, if y'all don't know what the risks mean, I'm going to go ahead and explain that to you real quick. So here is a little thing put out by the NWS to hopefully kind of influence you and put some knowledge into you about these risk categories. I'm going to go ahead and read over them for you. A general thunderstorm risk. This is the lowest risk. Although severe weather is not expected, all thunderstorms can produce deadly lightning, gusty winds, and small hail. Summary: no severe thunderstorms expected. Here's a little thing where they think, none or maybe one severe thunderstorm will happen. Similar to how bad could those worst storms be? Similar to storms your area experiences many times per year. So these are like your general, rainy thunderstorm that doesn't cause a lot of damage. And here's your first risk. This is a marginal risk, which means, some storms that form could be capable of producing damaging winds and severe hail up to, 1 inch in diameter possible. A localized tornado threat could happen. That usually happens. That usually doesn't happen with a lot of marginal risks, but it does happen sometimes. So isolated severe storms possible, and then a bigger area of where a lot more severe storms will happen. Similar to storms your area may experience several times per year, and the criteria is wind gusts of at least 58 miles per hour in a storm, or hail at least 1 inch in diameter, or a tornado. And here is the second risk. This is a slight risk. We're starting to get into territory where severe thunderstorms are becoming more likely. Slight risk is basically saying there's increased confidence that some storms will contain damaging winds, severe hail, and or a tornado potential. A few severe storms could be significant, which basically means some storms could contain 2 inch in diameter hail, or 70 mile per hour wind gusts, or maybe even a few tornadoes. Isolated to scattered severe storms expected, and how many severe storms are possible is way larger. Similar to storms your area may experience a few times per year. We have hail at least 1 inch in diameter. Sorry, hail at least 1 inch in diameter in a tornado. I would say usually with a slight risk, you usually have a pretty high hail risk or wind risk or tornado-driven risk, and it's usually somewhere around um, that area. So, and then the third risk is where you're starting to get into territory where, yeah, I probably need to pay attention to this. An enhanced risk is basically saying that there's pretty high confidence in that several storms will contain damaging winds, severe hail, and/or tornadoes. Several severe storms could be significant. Scattered to numerous severe storms are expected. Then there's the large area of where storms could happen. Similar to intense storms, your area may only experience once or twice per year. So this would usually include wind gusts of up to 75 miles per hour, hail at least 2 inches in diameter, or a tornado of at least EF2 rating. This rarely happens with these. Usually with these two, these are the highest risks. Usually enhanced risks are usually driven by wind and hail, but some of them can be hit tornado driven. We've had a lot this year where they've been tornado driven. The fourth risk is a moderate risk, which means high confidence that many storms will contain damaging winds, severe hail, and/or tornadoes. Several severe storms likely to be significant, and scattered to numerous severe storms expected. Basically, what this is saying is there will be numerous dangerous severe thunderstorms with hail that can reach up to baseball size or larger, large strong track tornadoes. Large strong long track tornadoes, and then large damaging swaths of wind up to maybe 80 miles per hour. And then this is the highest risk. You rarely see this sometimes. You maybe see this a couple times per year. A high risk is basically saying that there is like extreme confidence that an outbreak of storms will contain tornadoes, damaging winds, and/or severe hail. This usually happens with tornadoes. I'm just saying this right now. Numerous severe storms expected, and yeah, very intense storms your area may only experience once or twice in a lifetime. So these are extremely rare. And usually within a lot of high risks, you have major tornado outbreaks. Just to name off a few, the 2011 super outbreak was one. That one produced, I think, 4 EF5 tornadoes, which is the highest rating you can go on the EF scale, which is basically how you rate tornadoes. So yeah, just explain that real quick. So now hopefully you have a better understanding of what we have going on here in Nebraska and Kansas tomorrow. So while we're on the topic of that, we're going to go ahead and hop into the day 3 convective outlook. This will be for Saturday, June 7th. June 7th. As you can see here, we have a large marginal risk area stretching all the way from Denver down into Pueblo, down through Garden City, Liberal, stretching into Wichita, and all the way into Missouri, where Springfield and Jefferson are. So this is going to be a large area where severe storms will be possible, as I do think, yeah, isolated severe thunderstorms will probably start here and then move east over time and become like maybe a swath of damaging winds possibly. And if you're wondering what these black lines are, these are the interstates across the U.S. So just explaining that real quick. So that was a quick little rundown of what I think will happen over the next couple days. Plus, I gave you a little insight on the SPC risks. So hopefully that brought you some, clearance and guidance with these. And so hopefully you know what's coming your way. I will come back to you with another video shortly. I will see y'all later.